Two of them going. Got them going. It's so hot. All right. All right. So in a circle, how y'all doing? What's up? All right. So me and Miss Pat working. She's on this computer in front of me, and I'm on my laptop. This is kind of cool. Hey. Hey. Because I can't do them both on the same one. But anyway, we're working with the affirmative prayer. So y'all know Miss Pat is she's doing her prayers, she's doing her meditations, and she's doing just her work when it comes to everybody and, all of that good stuff. So what we're doing is we're working on prayer right now. So instead of me just having to repeat it over and over, I'm going to tell it to Miss Pat, and I'm working with Miss Pat on it, but I'm also just going to tell y'all as well. So we're working in the affirmative. So we're doing affirmative prayer versus like the regular prayer, or not necessarily begging or anything, because I don't think most of y'all do that. But it's affirmative prayer is where you begin to declare, but you thank God as if you've already moved past the situation that you are concerned about. So if you're concerned about money, your affirmative prayer is affirming and thanking God that everything that needs to be done is done. Excuse me. Well, I always had to burp. I ain't had nothing to drink, like water. All right. So first step is God is. So you align yourself with God. So that's when the first step of affirmative prayer is when you begin to call out God. God, you are truth. God, you are peace. God, you are everything. God, you are my life. God, you are love. God, I align myself to your love. So it's kind of like the attributes of God. God, you are peace. God, you are wisdom. God, you are all there is. Okay? So that's like the first aspect. That's the first part. On the second part is where you now bring that God into you. So it's now where your inner being and God now meets. Okay? So I allow the energy, the essence of God to fall into me. I breathe in God. I allow myself to experience God right here and right now as the isness and allness of everything that is and everything that will be. All right, then the third step is consciousness. What is kind of like, what do you choose to see? Yeah, basically that's it. So on the third step is like the most important step, because the third step is actually when you say, this is my consciousness, or this is what I'm choosing to see. So I have the consciousness of seeing that multiple opportunities. You have to be specific. So I got to think of something. So peace. I have the consciousness of peace. Peace that I know that I'm experiencing peace right now in all of my relationships, in all areas of my life, and at work, at home. I know that I'm experiencing peace, and I know that my peace moves before me, but I also know that my peace surrounds me. So you have to be, at this point, you now have to own that energy. What is your intention? What do you want to see? So basically, what you're doing here, you're saying, God, I need you to be demonstrated right now. This is what I want to see, so that I know that what I just spoke is. Okay? Then the next step, the fourth step, is I uplift and dissolve anything that is in opposition to this truth, unknown or known. Anything that is in opposition to this truth, known or unknown. So what that says is that I'm not going to sabotage or limit myself. What I give you and what I say is. I trust my word. I'm commanding it and I am demanding it. And I know that there are things or aspects of myself that does not want to see me get to where I need to be, but I'm releasing all of that. Whether I know it or I don't, I'm going to get what it is I need to get so that I can do what I need to do.
So it's uplift and dissolve anything that is opposite of this truth.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm laughing at Nefertiti. I'm sorry. But yes, anything that's opposite to the truth. Yes. Boom, boom. So that's that one. Then after that, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is gratitude. Yeah. 5 is gratitude. I'm grateful for this truth. I'm grateful for the understanding. I'm grateful for being able to know who I am. A lot of times I use, oh no, yeah. So that's what you do. Then it's kind of like, it's more so gratitude. So now you are saying like, I'm grateful because I know that basically I am peace. So now you are the thing that you just spoke. So I am peace. And then after that is basically, I release and I let go. So for me, I'll say like, things do not return unto me void, you know, and I know my word is powerful. And what I put out, I get back. And see, I don't got to the point now that I just know that I know. So sometimes I don't use the affirmative prayer as much as I used to. Like I used to just do it every morning. You know, that was just a part of my practice. I'm gonna get back to it, but that's affirmative prayer. So affirmative prayer is speaking as if you're calling forth the consciousness of everything that is. I don't have to ask. I don't have to beg because I know. And you also want to put, I forgot too, in step 3, the consciousness of, you always want to say it's equivalent or greater, especially if you're praying for something in your life. So if you're praying for something in your life, like you want a house, then you have to say it's equivalent or greater, because always remember, we create the spiritual mode, but we allow God to fill it. So this prayer, this affirmative prayer, is creating the spiritual mode. And you're saying, God, I'm releasing this to you. I'm releasing this to universal law. I'm releasing this to the law of mind. I'm releasing this because now I need you to feel it, and I need you to do what needs to be done. And see, what happens is when you speak, it's like a boomerang. It goes out, you know, and then eventually it comes back. So when it comes back, that's now when you begin to experience the experience, the expression, the whatever you want to call it. That's when you begin to experience it.
All right, now after gratitude, there was another step, or that was the last one?
After gratitude is you got to release it to the law of mind.
Release it. So yeah. What was the release again?
That's it. I release it to the law of mind.
I release it.
You can kind of make it however you want, like however you want it to be. You can make it be that way. So it's some people that's on here. Y'all give me something to pray or to demonstrate how to do this prayer. What is something that you guys want? Nefertiti, what is it that you want? Ebony, what is it that you want? Like, give me something. Me and Miss Pat go do it. I'm gonna do one, and Miss Pat go do the other. I think you just got somebody that wants you to practice with. Oh, everybody coming on here now. Huh?
When you in the inner circle?
Yeah, I'm in the inner circle. I ain't know the other group. It's y'all teacher, not theirs.
Yeah, but I don't see you. I don't see you live. I'm
live. So Miss Debbie wants motivation. She wants to affirm motivation. Ebony greedy. She want a new house, new job, house, more money. That's what I'm talking about, though. That's what I'm talking about, Ebony. All right. So let's see. Which one you want to take? Or you want me to go first? You want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first.
All right.
I can't see it all, but
it should. You probably have to refresh it, Miss Pat. You probably have to go out and then refresh it. Kike, like, she went with Ebony was. All right. So I'm showing Miss Pat how to do affirmative prayer, but I wanted to do it live. I wanted to go live so y'all can have it, because I said, oh, you know what? I need to make a video for y'all. So this is probably what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to start going live like this when I'm talking to a person, because then I know it'll get done. Plus, I want to know if I'm supposed to be. It doesn't matter where you are, Kike. Wherever you are, you go find you. That's it. Wherever you are, you go find you. It really does not matter where you are. There's no right or wrong place for you. I think you're supposed to be around the world. I think you're supposed to be traveling. And it's funny, if you really ask me, I really think you're actually supposed to be in London. I think you're supposed to be overseas. If you really ask me, sugar. All right, so Ebony, so I'm gonna do hers. So, okay, so Ebony, she has 3 things, okay? She has new job, house, more money. Those would be 3 separate treatments. You cannot do those. So we will call them treatments. So that's what we call affirmative prayer, okay? You cannot do them all together. You have to do one at a time.
All right.
All right. So what I would say, so let's do Ebony. All right. So I would acknowledge the presence of God. Hold on. Why can't I go back up? I can't see what she wants. Because Kike keep typing. Hold on. All right. She wants a new job, new house. She just basically wants a new experience. Okay. So for me now, this is where the spiritual guidance will come in, okay? So I would say, God, what is it that needs to be said. First, I would ask the person. I'd be like, God, what is it that they need? You know. See, me, I'm a little lazy when it comes to it, because see, I just say, God, I'm knowing their house and their grade is good, so whatever they get and whatever they choose for themselves, that's what I know for them. So that's what I said until it's like absolutely necessary. But okay, so she wants a new job, new house, all of this. So actually, what she needs and what I'm feeling for her is more trust. She needs more trust that she can actually have it, and more of an expanded vision. So I would say, God, you're my source and my supply. God, you are everything that I need. God, you are my provider. God, you are the giver of all things. I allow this knowledge and this information and this wisdom to move into me, around me, to circulate around me. As I allow money, as I allow opportunities, as I allow the expression of everything that is good to circulate around me. I know that right here and right now that I am the consciousness, or I choose the consciousness of something greater. I choose the consciousness of an expanded mind, of an expanded experience. I have the consciousness of knowing that I'm moving into my next life, moving into my next level, knowing that I'm giving up my good for my great. Knowing that right here and right now that I'm experiencing more money, that I'm experiencing more opportunities, that are going to lead me into my fulfillment, that are going to lead me into a space that I get to trust myself, that I know that right here and right now that I deserve something greater, that right here and right now I deserve $100,000 is equivalent or greater. God, I uplift and dissolve anything that is in opposition to the truth, known or unknown, for I choose something greater. I am grateful for the opportunity. I'm grateful to be able to stand in this truth, because I know that my words shall not return unto me void. And I release this truth to the law of mind, and so it is. Okay? So you have to you begin to call, you activate, you call God, and then you say, okay, now I am one with God, but then you have to own what it is that you want. You own it. Okay? So then when you own it, you then say it's equivalent or greater, because you now are saying, okay, yeah, I want this house on the east side, but God is saying, okay, I can get that house for you on the west side. It's going to be $50,000 cheaper, and your house won't get robbed all the time. So you then give it to God, you releasing it to God right then and there in truth, and you're saying, okay, I'm giving it to you, God. Then when you keep going and you say, I'm lifting this off, now you cleaning yourself out so you can really let it go. Okay? So that's what that is about. So that's why you want to do the affirmative thing. So like Debbie said something, she said motivation. So now you have to find that side. You have to find that side of it. So the motivation side is God, you are my motivation. God, you are, shoot, I ain't never treated for motivation. I'm always motivated. I just don't complete it. Hold on. Hold on. This actually is, hold on. That's good. Thank you, Debbie. She's pushing me. Good. I'm about to pass this whole shit over to you. Hold on. No. Okay. All right. So God is my motivation. God is my truth. I find myself in the process of being able to be who I need to be as the fullest expression of God. I allow myself to breathe in motivation. I allow myself to breathe in myself, to be comfortable with myself in the process of stepping up and doing what needs to be done. God, I thank you for the opportunity to be something greater than what I see in myself, in my life, in my experience. I have the consciousness of knowing that I am motivated to the fact that I know who I am, what I am here to do. I am motivated to the fact that I know that I am to experience something greater. I am motivated to the fact to know that God is all there is. Everything is perfect just as it is right here and right now. God, I recognize that truth. God, I recognize the truth that I may not be perfect, but everything around me is perfect. I uplift and dissolve anything that is in opposition to the truth, known or unknown, because I have a consciousness of something greater. I give myself to you, God, because I receive everything that is needed to be received, to motivate me, to inspire me, but to keep me moving forward. I release anything that has continued or tried to hold me back. I step into this truth, knowing that I am what I say I am, and I release this to the law of mind, and so it is. Whew. I had to work for that one. That shit I had to work for. That I had to work for. Whew. Okay, you doing the next one. I ain't doing this next one. Hey, how are you?
All right. How's it going?
It's good. Ooh, it's a little cool in here. It was hot.
Well, see, that's the thing. I don't have the heat on.
Oh, wow.
We got 65 degrees. The building has one system, so I
Okay.
don't have the heat on because
Okay.
different parts get so hot
Okay.
until it gets cold.
Okay.
Okay, but right now you got 65
Okay.
throughout the whole space, so
Okay.
sometimes it gets a little.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Maybe I'm going through menopause. Do men go through menopause?
Yes, we do.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Just from me, I'm 60 years old.
You 60?
Yeah.
You like 45?
No.
Wow, that's what's up.
You go through the change, man. It's rough.
Well, thank you.
1 minute you're cold, next minute you're sweating, you think you're sick or something.
No, thank you so much.
But if you have any problems, just let Petra know. My name's Larry.
Okay.
I'll come double check, but the heat's off. So.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you. All right. What?
You in that damn menopause.
It be hot in here. It don't feel like no 65. Maybe it's me, because you know it's funny, because in my other office it was really cold, and Spirit was not. They wasn't in there at all. Like they did not like that office. They was like, you can go in there, but I'm not going in there. But this office is funny. They love this office, so I can. They don't move in. They packing up. I hope they gonna pay some bills. I'm gonna have to ask them. I guess technically they do. Anyway, Tony says, "Speak, brother." Hey, To. Hey, TT. I got Flintstone feet right now. I'm ready to run. Speak it. I'm ready to come to the city. Anyway, Debbie said exactly. I really need energy to get up off my lazy ass. Well, first we gonna cancel that, Debbie. Oh, menopause. Treat and move your feet. We want to see. He sound young too. Yeah, he looked good. Like he must have been a model back in his day, because he looked like 60. That was crazy. But anyway, all right, Miss Pat, your turn. Miss Pat, about to do it. Miss Pat, about to do it. I'm so excited. Let's get it. All right, so give me something for Miss Pat to treat on, okay, y'all? Give me something. What do y'all want her to treat for? But yeah, I think this is cool. I'm gonna start doing this when I be talking and stuff, because this is so much better. And it's something I think is beneficial for everybody. Oh my gosh, what's wrong with this thing? Key case, she says she wants you to do it for the group. I don't want you to do it for the group though. She can do one for the group later, but I want her to do something specific, because I'm trying to show her affirmative prayer. Oh, actually, no. You know what? You can't do one for the group. But you got to figure out what are you doing for the group. So affirmative prayer, you always need to know what you're desiring. You always need to have a target in mind. You always need to have a target in mind.
The target for the group.
Yeah.
The group is healing. That's
Okay.
what I feel.
Okay.
I feel that there are individuals within the group that are healing.
Okay.
And the target would be that in the affirmative, that they continue to heal and come out on the other side of this healing.
Okay. So in the affirmative, it would be they are healed.
Okay.
Okay. So it's not, I don't need prayer to get me to the other side. I want prayer to reflect where I am in spirit already. Okay.
Through what they've come through.
Yeah. So like what you just said. So like, I want to affirm my healing more so than pray for the process of going through my healing. So I want to affirm already that I'm whole and I'm complete. You get it?
God, you are my source and my supply. God, you are there in me, through me, with me. You're my all. You're my good. You're with me. Or no. Or who God is. God is the
No, you was doing good. You was doing good. That was good. It's only thing I would say is, God, you are my healing. God, you are wisdom. God, you are. You want to call him down. So it's like, you like, yo, bruh, even though we know that's not, it. Yo, what's up? Come down. God, I know you are this. God, I know you are that. God, I know you are everything that I need. God, I know that right here, right now. So now when you get him, he comes down. And when he comes down, he's now looking at you in the face. And he says, okay, so you recognize that about me, but what do you recognize about you?
That I am at one with you.
Yes.
That you flow through me.
Yeah.
And that I am at one with you. I am open so that you can come through me and you flow through me.
Yes.
God, it is your peace that flows through me. It is your healing that flows through me. It is your love that flows through me. I am at one with you.
Yes. Ooh, girl, I'm about to throw my computer, but it costs too much.
I thank you. And I
Hold on. You got to go to the consciousness now.
consciousness.
So what are you choosing? So now this is where you speak for the group. So now God is standing in front of you and God is saying, speak. What do you want? And you have to be specific. And not even necessarily what do you want. I'm sorry. No, that's wrong. False. Wrong. What is it that you want to see? So I'm knowing that I'm knowing that the inner circle is healed. I'm knowing that take it that way.
I'm knowing that all members of the inner circle are healed. They are healed. They are whole. They are complete. They are flowing with your righteousness, with your love, with your peace.
They're smiling. They're excited. They're living their life. They're stepping outside of their comfort zones. They're able to experience you more.
As your aspects, they're showing up as your light. They're showing up as brightness throughout the world so that they show the aspect of you flowing through.
Now uplift and undissolve anything in opposition to this truth.
I uplift and dissolve anything in opposition of this truth, known or unknown.
Yes. I was like, okay, I was like.
We are grateful for this truth. We are in peace with this truth. We are in line with this truth. We accept this truth. We are there with this truth. And I release it to the what?
You can say law of mind, you can say amen. Jesus is up there.
Amen, and so it is.
I say I released it to the infinite intelligence. I want to add an extra step. Tony's, hold on, because I think it is a step I'm missing. Tony's, okay, what's the other step? I think I am missing a step. I do it that way, but it is, our teacher actually taught us it's 7. It's 7 steps. So it's, you know what? That's what it is. It's command and demand. I really don't do that because I feel like once I release it, it's mine. So, but there is a step is of command and demand. So it's like after you do gratitude, I command and demand that this is going to be what I say it is. Oh, actually, you know what? That's a lie. I do it. I say I know my word shall not return unto me void. So there is after gratitude is command and demand. Okay, so
6, command
and demand, yes, and then after that you release it. So when you command and demand, so it's kind of like you are saying it is what it is now, and that's when you're now acknowledging the universal law. You're now acknowledging a principle that is beyond our control, beyond what we are, beyond, it just is what it is. But it's a principle that God allows us to utilize, but we have to learn how to utilize it for our benefit versus the other side. It hurts us. And this is where you have to begin to declare. So that's like you have affirmations. To affirm, to have an affirmation is to affirm, which really means to remind yourself. A declaration is to declare what you know without a shadow of a doubt. So when I declare something, I declare that I know, and I don't care what nobody says. I declare this is what is going to be. So most of the time we always declare when we're pissed off or when we're angry. That's when we declare. You know, we're like, oh shoot, I'm pissed now. You know, fucked up now, so I don't care. There's nothing you could do. I'm just gonna fuck you up. You know, but when you affirm to yourself, you remind yourself of the truth. You say, you know what, I am enough. I am good enough. You know, I am beautiful. I am lovable. I am strong. I am wealthy. You begin to affirm, you begin to remind. But see, affirmative prayer is you now going to the level of God. So you're now entering the mind of God. And actually you have that prophetic anointing. So what happens is you can enter the mind of God versus some people enter the mind of God illegally, you know, and that's a whole different teaching. But you can enter the mind of God illegally, which is most of the time. But you're entering the mind of God, and now you're saying, God, I'm speaking on behalf of your child. I'm speaking on behalf of myself. I'm speaking on behalf of recognizing that your child is me. I'm shifting some stuff today. We changing something. I know what they're going through, but I know the truth. So you have to then stand with God, and you have to speak for what God knows. We see the beginning, but God is already at the end. Okay? So when you affirm, or anybody, when y'all do affirmative prayer, you're speaking towards and to the end. So you're speaking for the end. Debbie said, may I post a treatment for prosperity in the group? Yeah, if you want to. Tony.
I have work to do.
You got it. I swear to God, when you get this format, oh my God, wow. I don't know what to say. All right. Tony said, call what you know is God. Choose the truth, be the truth, uplift you, fill the space, release. Yes. It automatically shifts the consciousness in the direction of what you have called for. So yeah, so no. When you are a force to be reckoned with. I will tell you that. When you just was speaking it, I lost myself. Because you send out this wave, and it's growing, you know, and it's good. That's the thing. That's the goal. You just want to calm down, because you can always call the presence of God from within. But when you really begin to shift, so it's like shifting the atmosphere. Just like when you was at the retreat and you start walking. Prophets do that. Well, most people, spiritual people, most sensitive people do that. But when you walk and when you pace, you're walking that truth and what you're knowing into the ground. Okay? But when you begin to know how to begin to activate the anointing, see, most of the time people's anointing is activated, but most people don't know how to activate it. They don't know how to really turn it on. They don't know how to make it thick. Some people are just so strong that it just is what it is, but it's still more so to it, because your anointing can kill you. So that's the thing that people don't understand. When you do what we do for all of us in this group, your anointing, your gift can kill you. It's not something that always gives to you. Like, people don't understand, you literally are sacrificing your mind, body, and spirit to be a vessel for something greater. To be able to receive things clear enough, you have to be willing to give up your mind. You have to be willing to give up your life. Sometimes we heal and we use our vessel to make sure other people are good, and we might lose ourselves so they can be good. They can be right. They can be just. So once you really get this right here, no levels. So I want y'all to, because oh shit, there's 8 of them on here now. Hey, they be acting like they don't got no job. Nah. Hey y'all. So y'all start signing up Miss Pat. So I have her doing, she's gonna do guided meditation, prayer, and whatever God says. And you know what I want them to start doing? I want y'all to write a question down before you start working with Miss Pat. I want you to write a question down before you start working with her. And I want to do it. And also, too, God's telling me this. Okay, so this is an important thing. Prophets, Malachi 3:10, bring all churches and gifts to the storehouse of the Lord. Technically, anytime you talk to a prophet, you're supposed to always plant a seed. When you plant a seed, it's going to unlock something in your life, okay? It don't matter what it is. It could be $1, it could be $2, it could be whatever. You know what I'm saying? when you talk to Miss Patton, if you do feel like she blesses you, which of course we do, and yes, she's practicing, but Miss Patton really kind of past the practicing stage. You know, right now it's just more so expanding the gift and stuff. Like she's ready to work. Like she's one that's ready. Make sure y'all give to her, because anytime you give to someone, so most people will notice when they give me money or they tithe or they do certain things, a lot of stuff happens in their life most of the time. Well, not most of the time, it does happen. Why? Because you're planting something, you're growing something, you're allowing something to be expressed. You're saying, God, I trust you. Anytime you give to someone, especially someone that has a certain anointing or a certain spiritual vibration or a certain awareness, you're saying, God, I give to them. I give this energy. I give this thing that I hold as king in my life because I need it to survive, but I'm giving it up because I want to receive more of you. When you give somebody something, that's what you're doing. You're saying, I don't want to worship money. I want to worship you because I know the truth of the matter is you can give me all things without me having to ever give anything again. Okay? So to really speak to Miss Pat and stuff, that's going to be key going forward, because Miss Pat can do a lot of stuff to change a lot of people's lives, and she does, and she already does, which we already know, you know. But the key is that whenever you do certain things, though, because I'm telling you to do this stuff, Miss Pat. And for those of y'all who don't know, I'm talking Miss Pat's coaching session, but I wanted to talk about affirmative prayer. But I just said, and so I don't have to repeat it. I'm just gonna go live with y'all and we're gonna do it. But while I'm talking to you, I'm just wanting to say that, you know, talking to Miss Pat, but talking to him, is because you have to start doing that. You have to start letting people give and do those type of things, because that's the only way. Because this is the thing, and this is what Tamika said that's true, and I don't talk about it. Anytime you don't give to a prophet or you don't give to a person that has a certain type of anointing, you're stealing from God. And what happens is that God will then begin to take things from you. So there have been a couple of individuals in the group who have been like, oh shit, stuff happening. And most of the time it's right after God says, take them off your altar. Stop doing this. Stop doing that. Let them stand on their own 2 feet, because this is a thing. Certain people have certain vibrations because they've worked for it. They've worked towards it so they can get into certain realms and certain aspects of the spiritual realm than other people. That's not saying you can't get there. Nobody can get there. But it's saying that at this moment, this person is who they are. So right now, certain people can do certain things through my energy because I'm their connection until they stand up and do what needs to be done. Now, this is where people get stuck when it comes to church. They depend on their pastor for so long, they only do work 2, 3, 4, 5 hours on Sunday, then they go home and they just lose everything that they were supposed to get. Your minister, your prophet, whoever is supposed to be your guide to teach you how to connect. The Bible says, teach a man how to fish, he will eat for a lifetime. Give him a fish, he will eat for a day. That is why I don't always reply when everybody asks me stuff. But going back to Miss Pat, oh my gosh, the spirit's coming. No! Anyway, so it's key. It's key. That's how come things, and that's how it's going to work for every last one of you. Every last one of you, people are going to have to put something in your hand for you to do something, because that's where your blessing is going to come from. You can't be nice and humble and respect the ways of the universe. Nice and humble is not respectful to the universe, because there are laws that have been placed in motion for you to be able to prosper in your experience. But the thing is, you can't worship 2 masters. You have to choose. So when you work with her, you know, I don't care what she says. I don't care what Miss Pat says. You donate. I don't care if it's $5. I don't care if it's 10. It don't have to be a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't have to. But, you know, now don't be sitting on $85,000 and get her $5. Then be complaining, because I am about to, like, you know, it's a lot of stuff that I do behind the scenes to make sure everybody is cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, to make sure everybody is cool. And I'm about to let y'all start seeing. It's time for y'all to start working. You know, I'm about to let y'all see now. Y'all about to learn that. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, this is so amazing. But everybody ready to sign up though, Miss Pat. Everybody ready to shine up. They like, let's go, let's get it. So I think it's good. I think it's great. Like, it's good. I'm excited for y'all. I'm excited. But remember that, Miss Pat, Malachi 3:10, you need to read the book of Malachi too. Bring all the treasures and gifts to the storehouse of the Lord. some people don't like, I really don't like talking about money stuff with spiritual stuff, but I think it's really important to talk about it and to also understand it. Because that's the thing that sometimes keeps people away from doing all things that they need to do in their life is the money thing. But they don't understand that that's the thing you have to be able to release. You have to be able to release it to get it. I hate when people be like, it takes money to make money, but it does. I mean, it's more than that, but it's key. So, God bless America. Y'all got a couple of great nuggets. Hopefully y'all learned something because y'all literally did take up her time. but I wanted to make sure this. So I'm gonna probably start doing this a lot. Like when I'm doing sessions and I need to talk to y'all or just say something that I feel is beneficial for everybody versus me having to repeat it 25 times. So thank y'all. Yeah, God bless it. God bless you. And Miss Pat, I feel that you're going to do a guided meditation for the group. Something in my spirit just told me that she was doing a guided meditation for the group today.
Today?
Yes. So I think Miss Pat, oh, you know what? I think Miss Debbie's doing her thing tonight. So, actually you got saved by the bell.
Tonight, from 5 to 6:30.
Yeah.
But I think Debbie's thing is 7:30.
Yeah.
Be back by then.
Yeah. Yes. They said love offerings for Miss Deborah as well. Yeah, you know what? It's different though, Miss Debbie. I don't know why. It's different. I mean, definitely. Everybody. If you have a business and stuff, you know what? And this actually does bring up something for me that I need to say. Okay, because it be so many people saying so many different things. Listen, if somebody else tells you everybody's different, so Miss Kathy's different, she studies with different people. Miss Debbie's different, she studies with different people. Miss Pat, well, technically, she's mainly listening to me, but she also is in school. She's studying and doing her thing. So those of y'all who are in coaching with me, like specifically, you can't bring me everybody else's stuff, like what they think and stuff, because then that takes a lot. Like, it's like, okay, this person says this person says that. So you have to always pay attention to whatever you're getting. Like, these people I trust, so they cool, you know what I'm saying? But just know that when it comes to like doing, like working with me, you can't bring like 3 different things. Like, well, this person said this, that person said this. That takes too much work. So, post it in the group. So that's all I wanted to say. Praise the Lord. But yeah, everybody. I think everybody. Circulation. I mean, that's, you have, oh my gosh. I'm trying to get off, but they just keep talking. All right. So we have to understand there's a difference between a service and an anointing. Okay? A service, sowing a seed, tithing, and giving offerings or giving gifts. They're different. They're not the same. Okay? As far as energetically, they're not the same. They all work differently. Tithing is where you get spiritual substance, spiritual food, when you hold on to something that gets you throughout your life, that gets you through your week, something that connects you to God directly, something that you just know that you know, something that really gets you in your power. When churches talk about that, I'm not talking about this so y'all can do nothing for me. I'm just telling y'all because they want me to talk about it. When you give an offering is something when you get chills and it stands up and it's like, oh my God, because what's happening is now I have to give something unto myself, give something from myself that I value, that I love, that I honor the most. I need to give it because I need this thing released so I can receive something else. So in the old days, what would happen is people would empty out everything. They would empty out their house. They would empty out they had cars. They would empty out their house. They would empty their cattle. They would just give everything away so that they could receive something greater. For me, I honestly feel like that's releasing of your mind more so than just giving away stuff all the time. Sometimes you just gotta let things go. But the issue most of the time is that people have attachments to things. So you have to give certain things so that you can release and lose that attachment so you can receive all things. Okay? When you sow a seed, especially with a prophet, when you sow a seed, you're planting something, and you're planting in fertile ground. So when you plant that seed and you plant it in fertile ground, you're saying, I want something to grow, but you have to make sure you're planting it in a ground with someone that can grow it. Because some people be planting seeds in people's grounds that are killing your seeds and killing your life versus growing your life. Now, when you have a business and you have a service, you're doing an exchange. See, it's different. They're all different. One is looking on the outside, trying to get in, and one is shifting it from the inside out. You just have to figure out which one are you and which one is the other person. So it's different levels because it's different frequencies, it's different vibrations. Because you have to understand money is alive. Money is a consciousness. Money is so much more than we realize. Money watches, money understands. Money knows where it's supposed to enter, and money knows where it's not. What do I always say? I always say you can't give nothing you don't have the consciousness of. You can't give it. You know if a person has the consciousness of it or not. I was just talking to Tony this morning, and she was telling me about something. Somebody called her and was telling her something to do. And I'm like, do they have it? If they don't have it, you can't tell me how to get it. You can't tell me how to buy a house if you never bought a house. You can't tell me how to start a business if you never started a business. I don't care how much you've read. I don't care how much you've studied. I don't care, because experience is king. But the Spirit of God is what brings you through. You know? I can go through this group and I could tell everybody, like, oh yeah, she need to do this, she need to do this. But don't ask me how to cook. Unless you ask me how to cook some lamb chunks or some red snapper. I actually know how to cook that really good. And Lori actually taught me that. So I just learned that. But just know that everything is a different vibrational frequency. And everything, let's put it like this. Some people can birth money. Some people can bring money alive. Some people can make money really work for other people. Some people can kill it. All right? So it's just so much. La la la. So that's what it is. You know, because I mean I like what Miss Kathy said, and Miss Kathy, she go get on here and talk about, because she want to do that fun where actually you and her was talking about it. So we all need to get on here because I do want to do that. I really think that's good. I love to do the pay it forward. I love all of that. I love that stuff. But yeah. So that's just the thing. You have to learn how to work money. And you have to understand money is a spirit. This is what it is. But also know there's a difference between a service, a gift, and tithing, sowing a seed, and offerings. And actually, y'all need to write that in the group what y'all think about it. I think that's a journey that we all need to go on together. She called I don't know what the hell Tony just wrote. I don't know what Tony just wrote. But yeah, I think that's something that's good. That's cool. We all can talk about it. Because the one thing that I love about this group is that most people in here, everybody really is really elevating financially, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. You know, you're elevating, and those that are doing what needs to be done, we're all growing. You know, and that's a vibration, but it speaks not just to necessarily me or certain people in the group, but it speaks to the group as a whole. Like we're all growing. In truth, you know, most of us are business owners. Most of us, you know, we popping, we good. You know, most of us have careers. Most of us are doing so many different things. But that speaks to the consciousness of the group. You know, I used to love my old church I used to go to in Charlotte, because I used to love, because I would go, you see Bentleys, you see Mercedes. It was so amazing. But it spoke to the consciousness of the individual that was leading or that was taking it to where it needed to be. But it also spoke to the consciousness of the people that were there, because we're all reflections of the one. All right? So anyways, you just now joining. You sitting right here. Oh, you wanted to see me. You see me. Anyway, let me get off here so I can talk to Miss Pat some more. But thank y'all. God bless you. Also, too, in the group, if you feel like someone has a problem with you, or if you think you have a problem with someone, I want you guys to talk it out. And I would leave it to you people to talk it out versus me call it out. Be like Tamika. There's 3 people in this group right now. I love Tamika. And I will call it out, because I call it out. People know I will. I will call it out so damn fast. I don't care. So Because we know everybody in here can fight. Tamika. Shaw said, what hood are you from? Tamika from the hood. You can tell Tamika ass from the hood. Only thing she didn't bring to the dinner was Vaseline and her tennis shoes. Luckily, she got them heels on. I love you, Tamika. Love you, Tamika. But so yeah, but I do want that. I want to make sure that's clear. So I think I recommend everybody go to Debbie's event tonight. I think it's going to be amazing. Of course, we know Debbie is amazing when it comes to what she's doing. So yeah, that's it. I don't have nothing else to say. God bless you and God bless America. Bye. Kelly like so silly. I know. It feels so good. All right. So cool. All right. So you think you got that part? You got it now?
I think so. I have to